Shorty wanna blow me, then bro me. She told me that I gotta keep it low key. Somebody got a cuff like the police. That's why she always acting like the homie. Shorty wanna blow me, then bro me. She told me that I gotta keep it low key. Somebody got a cuff like the police. So she come around acting like the homie. I just want to get right to it. Look. No introductions, no interruptions. When I roll into functions, just know that it's tucked in, like I wore a tuxin. Say hello to Justin. Justin for making something out of nothing. Mama told me I'm a star. Them haters said I wasn't. Now I'm looking at a muggin' from a V-dozen shrugging. Feeling like McLovin, I'm becoming a conundrum. These dum-dums forgot where I come from. There's nothing that we run from. BK, niggas know the status. Got like 2 spots in the top 3 rappers. It's Hoffa, trapper turned smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.
The general consensus is you can't get to billionaire status without doing people dirty, right? That's the general consensus. You have to do something wrong to someone.
That's the consensus
to
of
get to
people
a
who are not billionaires.
Status. However,
right.
more people are not billionaires than are. However, I also believe, and I've also seen the merits of business, where a good deal for me may not be a good deal for you, or you may not benefit from this good deal for me, or it might even be to your detriment, but it's not personal and it's not intentional, but this is the best deal for me, so I'm going to do this deal. And after I do this deal, we'll all walk away from this table. I'll be up and you'll be saying, that dirty mother, oh, you grimy mother, ooh, look what you son of, damn, oh, and I'll become the bad guy. But all I did was the best thing for me. And I didn't necessarily do the best thing for me to damage you.
So how does this...
That sounds like the Facebook argument.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that dude did his best friend like that. You know what I mean? Like, he say he didn't know those lawyers were doing that or whatever, and he ignored it, and the guy got his money. But like, when I watched the movie, it seemed like, you know...
Oh, wait, you mean the Facebook
with his response,
movie?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
But like, it's, you know, it's the story. Like,
that is the story.
He's like, you signed a bad, you gonna get mad at me because you signed a bad business deal with your own company. It sounded like he knew, you know what I'm saying, kind of shit. So like, right there, it's like, yo, you foul. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like,
sounds
how
like
much
the Rockefeller
money
story.
That's that. But those,
you know what I'm saying?
again,
Those
are the ethic. Those are the ethics of business. That's what business is always been.
It's not the ethics.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I feel like that's
it's the
just
ethics of the person
what
doing
certain
business.
people do. You know what I'm saying? Certain lawyers, certain people are like, yeah, they're trying to get the most money for their clients. And if you're not one of their clients, then yeah, good luck getting a fair deal for sure.
Right.
But at the same time, yeah, I mean, we're all responsible for reading our contracts, man. And if you don't like the percentages, then don't sign it. And if you signing shit without reading it, then you're just as much at fault. You know what I'm saying?
Which
but
is
as
the
far
ethics
as like,
of business.
I disagree with that. I feel like those
How
are the
so?
ethics of the individuals. Because like, not all business got to be dirty. I
You
started my
shouldn't
company based on the fact,
automatically be watching my back.
listen to this. My company is called Artists for Artists because we want artists to have an ownership stake in the work that they do. My main example of that, because it's like one of my favorite movies, is Beetlejuice, right? Michael Keaton. If it wasn't for Michael Keaton, that movie wouldn't be nothing, right? And we going on 40 years of a movie that they've been making money on, and he doesn't have an ownership stake. He only has his check that he took in '88, which was probably what, 90 grand? Because that was a lot of money back then, kind of shit or whatever.
Right.
And it's not like he gets residuals all through his whatever, but that's the contract he signed, kind of shit like that. But I find that to be hyper egregious. So our approach is to try to allow for the artist to have an ownership stake. And like, nobody really started offering that before we did it. And then all of a sudden, you know, Matt Damon and them got their, you know, artists, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 trying to copy us.
Right.
But that was our mentality from the jump. And it was, a revolution when it should have just been the norm. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers should be able to like have an ownership stake in the things that they build. Like, what would Black Panther be without Chadwick? What would this be without that person? You know what I mean? Like shit like that.
Right.
That's what I feel like should be the humanic norm. You know what I'm saying? But what has been the historic norm is these like crazy, like, I'm gonna get the highest percentage because that's gonna make me richer faster. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the music business. Let me get this publishing that they don't know how to sign for. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me make sure this and that and the other is taken. Let me get this merch. Let me do this. Let me do that. Little shit that they don't have the knowledge that they have the rights to, kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? And that is dirty ethics as a person in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're really looking out for your artist, why wouldn't you tell them about the opportunities that they have to make the same amount of money off of them that others are? You know what I'm saying?
Because they're not their artists.
But they are. Like, Diddy did that to his whole Bad Boy squad. Like, he ain't telling them about their
not everybody.
These are not
as many as he could.
Well, we've had a couple artists here that said, no, I didn't have a bad experience with this guy.
G-Dep said that.
G-Dep, Loon said that. Who else?
Basically those two.
Those are the ones that we had. We didn't have any other Bad Boy artists, so don't make it sound like, you know what I mean?
No, but the rest of them on their own was saying like they didn't have a good situation with them. But the two that came here, they definitely said they got their shit together.
I'm happy to see the environment change.
I would like to.
I
understand where you're coming from with that, because it's like, yeah, motherfuckers is, we know we shocked, like when it's like an opportunity to make money, then, you know, good on you if you can get as much in that contract negotiation on your side as you can. You know what I'm saying? But to purposefully like shun somebody, you know what I'm saying? Or slide somebody, or like, you know, just like turn a partnership left without letting that partner know that you're gonna turn left.
Right.
That's where they
see, but that's why I was clear in the beginning when I said not cutting somebody's throat to do it. That's why I said it that way.
But you said that you got to do somebody dirty to like.
I said the general consensus is to get to that point, you have to do somebody dirty, and doing somebody dirty is kind of in the eye of the beholder. There are certain people who are going to see you as the villain in this story, no matter what, when they didn't come out the same way that you did. There are people who are going to see you as the bad guy. Are you the bad guy? Did you go in there to intentionally do something foul? Maybe, maybe not, but only you would know.
Right.
I look at Will Smith and old girl too. You know what I'm saying? That's another example of that, because she was trying to be on that, like, let's hold hands and get paid. And he was like, my deal is my deal, your deal is your deal, you know, quote unquote. And for 35 years they had beef. You know what I'm saying? She never really worked. Once she got fired off the show, she went back to theater.
The original
And been barking from the sidelines ever since. Then he finally heard her, you know what I mean, and was like, let's make amends, because, you know, he was able to get to a place where he didn't feel threatened by his complicitness in what she was saying and how she was getting done wrong. He allowed for her to get fired. He allowed for her to get replaced. He allowed, you know what I mean, like, not saying he didn't probably have control over his show, so it wasn't like that, but if he would have like walked off the show, there would have been a different conversation. You know what I'm saying? Kind of, we all know probably that was going to be the case.
Right.
The outcome of that conversation, we don't really know. They would have been like, probably like, fuck the Fresh Prince, and it would have just deaded the show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the conversation would have been different, and the legacy behind that would have been different. Now it's just you know, let's repair it, and, you know, we cool, but he can't, you know, remove the trauma of her 30 years of struggling to pay bills because she's back to the theater, you know what I'm saying? And doing local theater probably, which doesn't pay. It's not like she went to Broadway,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So like she went back to life, basically, kind of shit. And he has a part to play in that, you know what I'm saying? Just by knowing what she was trying to achieve and going a different route with it, or not supporting it, kind of shit, or whatever. Or not being able to talk to her and be like, get to a place where they can agree, you know what I'm saying, before she continues to go further down that road, that I'm not going with you like that. And instead, he was just immediately like, and, you know, because he probably was, you know, he probably was scared because it was a couple years before he got the Fresh Prince where he was broke, you know what I'm saying? And he wasn't able to like pay his bills and he hanging out backstage at Arsenio trying to get on. So when he did get on, someone trying to ruffle feathers for a pay increase or whatever, he probably wasn't feeling it like that. And it's just sad that the way he expressed himself wasn't clear enough, it seemed like, or it wasn't clear that he was trying to be maybe compassionate to her, but he wasn't just gonna go with it necessarily. So the compassion got lost because all she quotes is my deal, your deal. You know what I'm saying? My deal is my deal, your deal kind of shit with that kind of attitude that she's probably been echoing for 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Like that's her experience with that.
So it becomes the narrative. If you say it longer, but nobody takes into account, I got kids.
Yeah, nobody takes
really
into his
gamble.
account his perspective like that because
My albums they
his
selling
perspective
like that,
is so shiny now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So big, like he's Will Smith. You know what I mean? And he won the Oscar that night after he slapped that man.
Yeah.
They didn't disqualify him from winning.
Let's
You know
not
what I'm
forget
saying?
that.
They didn't even put him out the building.
No,
He performed.
And
He
he
sat right back down.
He
Celebrated.
performed.
He, yo,
He performed.
Nah, he
getting
really did
jiggy
though.
with it.
You know?
nah.
He did.
Straight up.
Na, 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 na.
So, when things like, everything that we've been discussing with the Jay-Z stuff and all, I wanted to ask you, is there like, okay, a taste test of like, yo, this happened in the world this week. Do you guys want to talk about it on Saturday Night Live?
Philly, BEATZ.
I mean, y'all hearing what I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying? Take a lot for a nigga to get inspired, man. So much bullshit out the day, man. So much bubble gum. You know what I'm saying? I be having to get the urge to get in this bitch, man. You know
Sometimes you gotta let that thing ride, man. You know what I mean? Niggas be rushing this shit.
It's like waking up sluggish from a long night after they go to the gym. And I still get in there and get the reps.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Rolling woods in my neck of the keeper, Eckler, and my ethic is catch a move. You kill the editor, bully the bullies, prey on the predator, smoke that premium. Niggas ain't regular, get it and whipping and flipping, accelerator. Lecture sliding through in the Tesla, handle the rock like the professor. Felt the pressure for the lesser, everything coming together. So relentless, more endeavors, hustling more than ever. Better get yours together, fucking them whores together. Catching you and your boys together. Good connection with God, put you and the Lord together. Heaven gates, nigga.